Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Hello and welcome. I promised you guys this all week, and I'm with Dawn Belts, and she's at Weingartner Greenhouse, and right out in Shenango Township. So, Dawn, this early summertime type of time that we have, spring, it's time to start planting and getting the house looking good outside. Yes. So, why don't we start with the decorations first? And I call them decoration plants, like the palm, the fern, and kind of where should things go? You don't want to bake something in the sun.
Okay, well, where we are right now, we are with the tropicals. So they're going to be just fine in the sun. And we definitely have a sunny day out there today. So behind me, you can see some of our tropicals. We have some palm trees. The blue Duranta is a beautiful popular tree. And all of these plants are actually Florida plants. So they prefer the tropical hot and the heat and the sunshine. And then a little bit further over here, we have some of our beautiful vining mandevilla plants. So these are a great option. They like to climb. This is actually a different version of a mandevilla. This is a diplodemia, so that'll give you a little bit more of a bush effect. But over here behind me, you can see we have many different mandevillas to choose from. We have white, we have pink. These are all vining. So these are going to be a great option, maybe against a light pole or someplace where they can climb. They have their trellis that comes with them. And we also have them in a hanging basket. So you can see that behind me. So we have several options. All of these are sun.
There you go. Now, when should you get the sun ones in? Knowing how crazy the weather's been.
Yes. Well, we don't recommend anything until after Mother's Day. So you're going to have to, bring it in or, set it back out, that type of thing. Really pay attention to the weather. I know Saturday night we've got a cold snap coming. Right. So we're all kind of watching that, and we're just not recommending really any certain date. But typically a lot of things go around Mother's Day, and that's usually a good rule of thumb. Some people wait until Memorial Day.
Now, for those people that kind of live out and around the bugs, and a lot of these attract bees. I've even heard a wives' tale that some may repel mosquitoes.
Yes, I have those plants. We have citronella. We do. We have it right here behind me. We have it in the 4-inch pots, and we typically do have it available on a larger pot. I just haven't seen it come in yet. But that's a great one to put on your porch. You can replant it or leave it in the planter that we give you. So that's a good one for sure.
There you go.
Some of the critters that we have in our neighborhoods. We have another great option that we have also available in a 4-inch pot and one a little bit bigger is something called lantana. And I personally use lantana to keep the deer out of my my shrubs, anything that I have, like, my hydrangea that I just put in last year to keep them out. So lantana is a great one to deer resistant.
So you should have lantana and citronella around the door.
That's a staple in Pennsylvania. Yes.
Okay. Well, that is perfect. Now, how about, and I'm going into my past here, like hydrangeums or those. Yeah.
The perennials, the hydrangea? Yeah. We have them. We actually have quite a selection of perennials available out front. We have all of our, I think if I turn around and we look out the the window.
Yeah.
We have a corralled area out front, and we have all of our perennials out there. So that's going to include different things like your bushes. We're going to have trees out there. We have some cherry trees. We have hydrangea out there, several varieties of that, and the butterfly bush. That's a real popular one because that attracts the butterflies.
A butterfly bush. What?
A
That,
butterfly bush. Yes.
wow.
Yeah,
And
I can.
and that is a really that's interesting.
Yes.
So
Yes, it is.
and you have the hanging as well as the pots. So you
Yeah.
will fill pots out
Yes,
there.
that's another thing that we do. Just taking you outside right now to our perennial corral so you can kind of see all the different things that we have. And some of the hydrangea bushes that we were talking about are right along here. And like this is a sand cherry. That's another good option. So lots to choose from out here. Azalea
Right.
bushes and your phlox if you're looking for ground cover. We have a lot of that available as well.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So that gets to the decorating part.
Oh, yes, the decorating part. So just
Now,
today, our
how
hanging
about those
baskets.
people that like to grow some, say, vegetables, tomatoes, peppers?
Yep,
Do you guys carry those
we
also?
do. I'm going to take you into the vegetable room right now. We have hot peppers, we have mild peppers, lots of versions of our tomatoes. So popular sauce tomatoes, the San Marzano, Amish paste. We have all of those available. So we have some signage that'll kind of give you an idea. Like these are our cherry tomatoes, and then some recommendations for sauce tomatoes. And then we
Right.
also have our popular slicers. So we have, you can see that,
A
our
big
big
boy?
beef steak.
Yeah.
Yep, we have those. So those are all available in packs, and we do actually have some gallon pots that are already started. So, and even rhubarb. We actually have rhubarb available as well.
Wow. How about that? That
Yep.
is
So here's our.
very interesting.
Yep.
Now, when are you open?
We are open Monday through Saturday. We are open from 9 to 5 every day. And if you're a little bit late, typically myself or someone's here watering. So if you're a little bit late, please come in because you can certainly swing by and get something. We might extend those hours in May. We're also open on Sunday from 9 to 2. So we're available at that time too. So we
Okay,
also have
that
some
is,
events. Yeah, we
I'm
actually have
sorry.
some events going. Oh, we have some events going on at the greenhouse. Actually, this Saturday we have a planting party, and that's something that you can look for on our website. You can look for it on our Facebook page. So a couple times a year or during the season, we invite customers to bring their pots and to come in and spend some time with with our one of our owners and gives a little presentation on recommendations and planting pots, and then you can come browse around and pick out your pots and get some assistance in putting your pots together.
That is interesting. I'm going to look that up and make sure you get something to me on that.
Yes, I
Uh,
will. Definitely. I have a flyer on that. But another service that we offer too here at the greenhouse is that if you're not someone who has the time to plant your pots or to do, some of the things that we have here available, you can come in. We have a nice selection of floor pots that are already done, but you can bring your pots to us and you can tell us, sun, shade, what types of flowers that you prefer, and we'll actually design for you. We have some very talented individuals that can do that. So if you just give us a little bit of information, leave us with your pots, we'll call you when they're done and you can come pick them up.
that's really kind of great. I had a lot of problems with when I put the plants in a garden, my tomatoes, peppers,
Yes.
with rabbits and everything thought it was time to feast. So I got big enough pots
Hmm.
to, and they're a pretty big size to
Yes.
put vegetables in.
That's a great
tomatoes.
idea.
How close should you plant them together? Say,
Oh,
like, okay, a 12-inch pizza pot,
okay.
circumference on the top.
Okay. Depending on what we're planting, you want to give your tomatoes some space. And if they're, if you have a cherry tomato or if you have a large tomato, if it's a
Well,
big spacing tomato, you might just want to do one. But if you're putting them in the ground or if you have like a raised bed,
yeah,
typically 6 to 8 inches apart.
apart.
You want to give them, maybe more like 8 to 12. You want to give them a little bit of room to breathe
Room.
because if you do end up having to cage them, you have to allow for that as well.
That's a good point. That's a
Yes.
really good point. So I thank you for this helpful tour
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Weingartner's greenhouse. It was utterly fantastic,
Oh, it's a great
and
place.
it was great. It gives you that warm feeling seeing all the plants around.
Yes, yes,
And I
definitely.
was there the other day, and I told the folks on Newswatch that this was coming up. So this was a real great treat. Dawn, thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you
A-
so much.
And we really appreciate it. Oh, one last question.
Sure.
So if you get the palm tree type things,
Hmm?
as fall approaches, can you bring them inside?
You can bring them in. No promises. So people have I've heard a lot of success stories. If you've got a lot of patience, people have brought them in. They've lived for years. And then I've heard other people where, maybe they weren't fertilized or kept up and just didn't quite make
Okay.
it. So, but
So
people try. Definitely it's worth a
things to
try.
know.
Yep,
Well, thanks. And we hope to see
absolutely.
you again
All
right
right,
here
great.
on
Stop
NCTV.
in.
Well, we are going to do that. And I'm going to go after the tomatoes and hot peppers because I'm a
That's
little
awesome.
Italian in
Okay. All
that.
right. Yeah. So we've got lots to choose from. So we'll help you out.
Thanks again. And we're going to take this break and we'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
On Target Printing, 1319 West State Street. No job is too big or too small. Turnaround on most jobs, 24 hours. We make you look good on paper. Special thanks to Butts, Flowers, Gifts, and More in downtown Newcastle for their support and funding of this program. Butts Flowers, downtown Newcastle.